Welcome back, everyone. I'm Clint,
I'm Cody.
and with Overwatch out, we are going to give you our thoughts and opinions and review the game. Tell you if it's worth the purchase or
Yes.
not.
Video's over, it's worth it. Go buy it. Why are you still watching this?
No, yes, it is very, very fun. Lots of different heroes with different abilities, different ways to play with said heroes.
Yeah, which on the surface it may seem kind of simple, seeing as there's a small amount of modes and maps, but the amount of heroes brings
I
it
think
more.
there's a decent amount of maps.
I think there's around 12.
I mean, that's a pretty decent amount.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, game modes, I don't think there's a lot at all. I mean, there's like 4 that I can recall.
But what keeps this game fresh is the heroes and the different combinations of heroes in your teams, and there's a surprising amount of strategy to who you choose and play as.
Yes.
Especially if you're working with a cohesive team. But 90% of the time, one of your teammates has a hard-on for Bastion.
Yes, or Torbjorn.
Torbjorn's pretty big too.
Torbjorn.
And that can be an issue sometimes when you're on attack and the defense team has like 3 or 4 Torbjorns with turrets, and it's just
Which happened
unpleasant
yesterday,
experience.
so...
I also had a match where I joined in and all 5 of my teammates were Symmetra. We got destroyed because it's Symmetra.
It's a support, right?
Yeah, Symmetra's a support. She's the one who places laser turrets.
Can't have a team full of supports.
Well, it's the support who doesn't even have a heal ability. You can play shields on people.
Wow.
Anyway.
Now, for this game mode example, the attackers have a minute delay to the start of the actual game because the defense people can actually set up defenses. So if you get Torbjorn or you play as Bastion, you can set up a turret or be the turret if you're Bastion,
and then
and strategically set up somewhere. You can have snipers set up in places. I think there's 2 that I know of. There's Widowmaker and Hanzo. I mean, that's where the strategy comes in. If you have no snipers, then you want to work around, making sure
or
you keep them far away.
say if the team's got a Bastion set up in a hard-to-get spot, then you want to grab like a Genji, a Pharah, or a Tracer to try to get behind them real quick, or get above them and try to deal with it properly.
Yes.
Unfortunately, right now, this is not a good thing because there's a Reinhardt and a Bastion working together, kind of screwing everything up over here.
Yeah. I mean, there's a good amount of characters. I don't know off the top of my head how many. 6, 12. There's a lot. There's like 20.
There's 21.
21? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I was close.
And each of them have their own coherent backstories, which unfortunately is not in the game itself, as there is no story, campaign, and they do list backstories, but not on the game disc anywhere.
If you want to know any of the backstories, we have them all. Videos of them. Plus how to use said characters.
Yeah, so
check out our channel. Check out everything.
I don't know who to choose, man. This is not going well. I'm going to go a bit of Pharah. This is not a good match. I'm not this bad normally.
Yeah.
There's just a Bastion, a Torbjorn, and a Reinhardt
basically,
just screwing everyone
they just
over.
got everyone on our team pinned down, in a sense. Wait, go up top. Now, there's different game modes. There's
payload. There's
this one, which is kind of like like you take the objective, then you move to the next objective, and then you win. I mean, it's only 2 objectives.
And then there's one that mixes the... Well, let's explain payload first before I get a little too...
Okay, payload. You have a vehicle of some sort that you basically...
have to escort to the goal. Once you hit checkpoints, you get more time to do your objective, which kind of helps out. And you just want to keep... Okay, just a tip for that game mode. If you're attacking, just keep 3 people on it, because that's when it reaches max speed. Over 3, it doesn't increase speed of the car
So
anymore.
yeah, you can have 3 people on it, and then the other 3 people on your team running around. It's 6-player teams, right?
Yeah, it's 6 player
I thought
teams.
so. For a second, I thought it was 5. But you can have 3 people on the thing moving, and 3 people out and about protecting them, or just killing people coming in. That's where more strategy comes in. You want certain people, watching the payload. You get a Bastion turned into a turret right on top with a Reinhardt using a shield. It's pretty much
Game
done.
over.
I mean, that payload's going.
And then there's another game mode which mixes these two modes. What I mean by that is you have to capture the first objective,
like we did earlier, right here.
but instead of coming to attack the second objective,
you're on. It's a payload. I mean, you escort the vehicle to the final objective.
yeah, so you have to take the payload and then escort it.
Which is, it's fun. It kind of mixes it up. You're halfway through, especially if you're attacking. You get the objective, and then you completely have to switch up your strategy because now you have to escort something. So
you're going to want to go for a couple more tank or defensive type characters on the second round, which is another beauty to this game. Is unlike certain games, you can change your hero mid-match, which offers more of a fluid kind of game style. See, we took those fuckers back.
Yeah, I mean, you started off slow, getting destroyed, and the next thing you know, you were there. This is another thing I like that's cool. It's the play of the game. It doesn't have to be the winning team. It can be the losing team. It's just whoever had one of the better plays. Most of the time, you're going to see Torbjorn here.
You're going to see Torbjorn, Hanzo, Bastion,
Diva.
and Diva.
Those
most of the time.
Mostly, yeah. And it's just cool. It just shows, some cool play.
I would just like to see a little more. It's the best play of the game. They try not to make it all kill-based, but because of some of the hero's abilities, it is all kill-based. I'd like to see a little more balancing in that, so you can actually see, like, a great job that Mercy did. Say she revived 3 or 4 people in one go or something. Or, some more support or...
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd say tanky. Support's the only one that I normally don't see in the last bit almost ever.
Yeah.
And especially Mercy.
Very rarely ever seen that. The one game mode we forgot about, it's like a round base. You capture the objective, the round's over. Oh, no, it's like domination. You capture it for...
Yeah, you have to hold it for a certain amount of time.
Or whatever.
So, like, it'll go back and forth, and whoever holds it the longest by the end, which team will win.
Yeah, or you get it up to like 100% or whatever.
You have to get it.
You
to
win,
100%.
but you have to win 2 rounds. Mm-hmm. So after you do that, it'll change the location of the objective, and you'll go again. Another thing that's cool: when you level up, you get a loot box. And in the loot box, you get some cool stuff. I mean, you can get some cool stuff. That's how you get your legendary skins and stuff like that. You don't have to, purchase them with real money. But you can, right?
Yeah, they did start selling the loot boxes now that the game's out. But yeah, it's where you get your skins, your voice lines, your sprays, all your little customization. And all of it's cosmetic, though.
Yes. There's nothing that'll buff you or anything. And another about the loot boxes, you can get currency from them. So instead of, unlocking whatever skin or what you want from the loot box, you can actually purchase it if you get enough currency from it.
Yeah, and also you get currency if you get duplicate items and such.
I'm stuck.
Which helps out as well, because you can't specifically buy currency, which I do like that. So you can either get currency things to get this particular items you wanted, or just unlock them themselves. Which are a nice touch, because the heroes themselves don't level up, you can't edit loadouts or anything, so everything's all fair and fair between all players. And Blizzard has mentioned if there are DLC characters or maps, they'll all be free, so it doesn't throw off the balance of the game and separate the fan base.
Yeah, a lot of the, the MOBAs coming out and stuff, they're doing that too. Characters will be free, and all the, just lost it. Microtransactions are all just cosmetic things, which I actually like because I hated, playing a game where this guy just, because he has more money than me, he can, destroy me. I think that's way unfair.
Yeah, it's not pay to win. And then, sorry, I lost my brain there for a minute.
Really fun game.
Yeah, they just bring so much character into it, which is another thing that really keeps it afloat.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel just generically standard. Everything seems to have a reason, and there's tons of little Easter eggs hidden around the map. Like on the Hollywood map, there's a bunch of Goldshire pictures around, or Goldshire Productions companies.
Yeah.
There's random tablets around maps playing Hearthstone and Murloc, Ramen Shop in one map. It's all a bunch of little hidden things, which are a nice little added touch. And with the Origins editions of the game, you get a bunch of extras for the other Blizzard games if you're a fan of those. Like Heroes of the Storm, you'll actually get Tracer as a free playable character. And we all know Heroes of the Storm characters are like $10 a piece. So that's a good chunk right there. You get Winston as a pet for World of Warcraft, a baby Winston. StarCraft, you get some like player icons, you get a Hearthstone card back, and you get wings for your character in Diablo 3. Mercy's wings for your character.
So it's definitely worth the Origins edition. You get all that little extra stuff that would normally cost money on its own.
And the PC, it's only $40.
Yeah.
It is $60 on the consoles though. And we are playing it on the
Xbox.
But
that's normal with most games that come out for PC and console.
Yeah,
the console's always more.
But even for that, even for the week that I've had, not even week that I've had it, I've put more than enough hours into this game to say that it was already worth the price. More than I've put in some other games. Which is, surprising the day that I got this. This was what I was doing all that day, is playing this. So it's an addictive game, and it just feels refreshing, because there's not a lot of games out there like this, besides Team Fortress 2, which is how many years old at this point?
Yeah.
So basically, if you're a fan of Team Fortress 2, get this.
If you're a fan of just, I would honestly say first-person shooters, get this. It's good.
Yeah, because
it's a fun twist to it that it's different from Call of Duty.
And it's open to even casual players or players that want a little more strategy thinking, especially come June or July, I think it was, the competitive mode. There'll be a actual competitive mode instead of just quick play added. Or if you're just casually playing.
we might end up seeing some MLG circuit for this.
And
too.
I hope we do. I think this is deserving of that. Say you're a casual player, you're not that good at first-person shooters, so you really don't want to deal with a team at all, you can just hop into quick play, or you can even play against AI, which will still get you experience and loot boxes, so it's not like you're just wasting your time playing AI.
Yeah.
So it's something to do, and if you are good at the game and you still want to play against AI, then go have a killing spree, because they're pretty easy even on hard.
All in all, is there anything else to say about it? That's the real question. I think we hit all the major points.
Yeah, I do believe so. And compare it to other multiplayer shooter games, which we've knocked for
what's
not.
this Disorb Orb?
It's one of Zenyatta's ability. He has a Discord Orb and a Harmony Orb. You'll take more damage when he applies the Discord to you.
Oh.
I think it's 50% more damage or something. So, yeah, it's pretty dangerous
to have
on you.
No clue what that was. I've never played as him yet. I've never seen anyone play as him yet till now.
He's a pretty decent character. He's not a bad support. He's a pretty offensive type support. But compared to other multiplayer shooters, which we've knocked for not having a single-player campaign or more content, like Battlefront. Let's take that for example.
Battlefront
Has more maps. Has more modes.
I don't think it had more maps than this.
It has 16 maps.
Or wait, are we comparing this to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this has more maps.
No. Battlefront has more maps.
Not on release. No way.
On release.
No way.
They either had 13 or 16 maps. It had more maps. Although the fun game mode had 4 maps. The rest were in the shitty little game modes.
Okay.
So what about this makes it worth the $60? And I think that's just the way that it's handled. The heroes definitely bring a new aspect to it, and none of the game modes are just throwaway game modes. They specifically chose not to add a team deathmatch or just kill people kind of mode.
Yeah,
because they felt
they're
that
all objective based.
Yeah, because some characters would not be good in a just go kill people mode.
Mercy.
Marcy.
She's mostly a healer. I don't think she really has much of a
She has a pistol.
dealing.
She's a little pistol you can take out. Deals a tiny bit of damage.
Yeah, a tiny bit of damage.
So I definitely think that the feel of the game, the heroes, and the strategy that brings make up for not having the other content that some other multiplayer-only games have, and give it the replayability it needs. Is learning all these specific heroes, learning their backstories, and why they're even here. And I'm excited to see any new heroes or maps they eventually announce.
Yes. Another cool thing, it really has nothing to, well, it has to do with the game, but not super important, is the Blizzard's mini shorts they make for the game characters.
Incredible.
I mean, check them out on their
Play Overwatch
channel. I mean, they're amazing.
Make
6
movie.
minutes long. Maybe longer. I think there's a few that are a little bit longer, but they're just great. They're fun to watch.
And you get one of the shorts where Winston's just telling everyone to join Overwatch. It's not really a full short, but if you are intrigued at that at all, just go watch the shorts. Like the one Alive with Widowmaker and Tracer was great. Dragons was incredible.
Oh yeah, Dragons was probably the best one.
Hero was pretty good too.
Heroes,
Soldier 76.
Yep. Like it gives you a little bit, kind of touches on their backstory a tiny bit, but it doesn't give everything away, and it just shows you how awesome these characters can be.
And if you want to research more, Blizzard also has a few free comics of Overwatch characters on Overwatch's website to go look at.
Did not know about that. I'll have to check that out.
Overall, I think I've said all about it I can right now about this game.
Yeah.
Before I go off on another tangent of just how much I love it.
So, time to review it.
Give it a score?
Yes.
Out
of 10.
You can go first.
Me first? Oh. Me personally, I would give it probably an 8 out of 10. I mean, I think that's pretty fair. Only reason is we're paying a full price for a game, and there's still microtransactions. There's not a whole lot of game modes, which I'm okay with, and there's not a super ton of maps, which I'm okay with. But just for that, I feel like, reduce the price a little bit of the game. Drop it down to 40 for consoles,
Yeah.
maybe 30 for PC. I think that would be a little better if you ask me.
I'm personally going to have to disagree a little bit. I'm not going to go too crazy, but I'm definitely going to give this a 9 out of 10. I think this is one of the most refreshing multiplayer shooters I've played in years. And I plan to play this for quite some time after this. I'm enjoying this game. I think it brings something fresh finally to a stale genre. Man, Blizzard's great with their new IP after so many years.
Well, one more reason I'm going to give it an 8 is there's no single-player campaign.
There doesn't need to be.
There doesn't need to be, but I feel like that would put it over the top. If they made something, where either you can find out what happened to Overwatch back in the day or what, they're going to do with them recalling if you check out Winston's short.
Yeah.
I mean, just make a little single-player campaign, do a few missions, as these specific characters. I think that would make it easy 9.5, maybe even a 10 at that point, and worth the full $60.
I still say it's worth the full 60, but yeah, I would definitely play a single player if it was there. I would love to learn more about them and experience some of it. And maybe they'll bring that to any future titles in the Overwatch franchise if they continue with this.
Yes.
With the amount of money they made with this, I would be surprised if they didn't continue with this series.
I mean, even just continue making shorts. I mean, just to tell us more about backstories, future things.
Another thing that might bring it up a little bit is actually add those shorts to be playable on disc. So, say there's a new short, click a link on the disc.
Yeah, an
to
option
go right
in
to the
menu.
short.
Yes, I can see that. And what would be cool is more skins coming out when they do
will
that.
release more skins, but those will be the
I'm not going to
purchasable
get you
ones.
wrong. I'm just going to do this really quick and go back to the
Yeah, that's fine.
main menu. But
And
there's some of the best skins on here. We'll go with Reaper. I know he had the... I mean, you get your basic skins, which...
the Origins Edition was so
these.
bad.
We have
for
the
Reaper.
Origin Edition one, which this one actually isn't as cool as the other characters with Origin Editions, but your
The blue ones are
your
colors.
blue ones are just colors. I mean, same outfit, just different colors. Once you get into these purple ones, they're a little bit different, but not much. And then you get to like the really
The legendaries,
like
yeah.
the legendaries, and they just completely change it. I mean, look how awesome that looks. I mean, that's not even the best one. Best one is
El Blanco.
he's got a guitar strapped to his back. He's they're awesome. I mean, and that's for everyone. Everyone's got awesome, skins. We'll just skip all the boring ones and go right down here. I mean, that's cool. And as you see, the little 1,000 thing on the side there, that's your currency. That's how much these skins cost. So these would be 1,000, currency. I don't think the currency has a name. It's just called currency.
Yeah, and I only have 10 because I just spent the last of my currency on getting the carbon fiber skin for Genji.
I mean, just the skins are awesome. That just makes it even
and they have
cooler.
mentioned they'll release more cosmetic stuff, but it will be the paid DLC.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's cosmetic.
Like, I just want to compare this to Paragon skin-wise. Paragon skins are kind of bleh right now.
Yeah.
They're way better. I mean,
Well,
just
let's compare
great
it to its rival for some reason, even though it's technically in a different genre.
Battleborn. Oh,
Its
those skins were
are just
garbage.
different colors.
Those were literally just different colors.
The
This is
legendary
that
ones
carbon
were like
fiber
silver.
skin we just got.
Thank you, Genji.
I mean,
You're
that's the
incredible.
original.
But that's one of Genji's only good skins. Chrome's alright.
I know, yeah, all the old ones.
It's interesting to see lore-wise, but
I mean, I like this one just because of the sword.
yeah, the sword's pretty sweet. I like the one below it a little better.
Yeah, it's the same, just different color scheme.
Yeah.
But compared to Battleborn, I don't even know why they're compared to Battleborn. Battleborn is nothing like this.
But for some reason, just because they're hero shooters that released around the same time, they're compared all the time. So I figured I'd just compare
makes
it.
no sense. I mean, these skins just are awesome. Yeah.
Well, if we're done sucking Blizzard's dick, I think that's about all we can say on the
I
video.
mean, look at this skin. Look at that.
Yeah, that one's pretty incredible.
It's the same, just with a white
I like the
wolf.
lone wolf better.
Yeah. All right, that's all we have for this episode of this stuff. You're done recording, aren't you?
So go play Overwatch.
Oh yeah, go play Overwatch.